Hey guys, it's Caleb with App Design Tips, and today I'm going to get started with the DailyUI challenge, and I want to create a series where I go through each of these DailyUI challenges. And this first one, we have the 001 sign up. So I'm supposed to create a sign up screen, so I'm going to get started here. Now, I created a website called App Design Tips for tips and tutorials, and so maybe I'll just design a sign up screen for a fictional app that I may create in the future. Now, the first thing I want to do is find a nice background image here, and I can draw a rectangle, and using this craft plugin, maybe I'll try to find a photo from Unsplash. Not finding anything here that pertains to art, so I'm going to jump into Chrome. And using Chrome, I can go to unsplash.com, and I think I like this one here, so we're going to go with that. And now I want to create a new rectangle over the top of this one. And we can click background blur here for the styling. And if I turn the opacity down, we can see that blur here in the background. Now I want to find some iPhone X specific elements here, so I can do that by going to sketchappsources.com, and I'll just search for iPhone X. And this is exactly what I'm looking for here. So I'm going to add these, just download the resource. Now I want to add an icon here, and I actually have inside Illustrator. I have my logo here, App Design Tips, so I can grab this and place it in here. And now I want to create kind of a marker effect around this circle here, so I can zoom in and just creating some other circles, and I'm going to create a nice thick border here and make this white as well, but I'm going to turn the opacity down a little bit. And I'm just creating a nice random effect. Now, my favorite tool to use for icons is Icons 8, and this is just so I don't have to recreate all the icons from scratch. I can kind of start from somewhere, and if I want to edit it, I can. And now we'll get started creating the fields. And bring this here closer to the bottom, and now I want to create a button, so I'm just going to create a rectangle, give this a nice 5 pixel radius. And now I can steal some of this text. Now at the base here, we want to create other sign up options. And lastly, down here, you can center this text and say, I already have an account, login. Lastly, we need a title and a few icons at the top, and then we'll be finished. And now that we're done here, we want to present this on Twitter and Facebook, and the best way to do that is placing it on some sort of 3D mockup to give it a little bit of life. I like to use Google for my Photoshop mockup files, so I'm going to browse Google, and I'll attach a link to the Photoshop mockup file that I'm using below. Okay, so inside these mockups like this, they usually have a folder called the iPhone X, and they have this smart layer, and this is where you're going to place your design. So I'm going to double click inside of here, and I'll add my layer. And now you can save this file out, share it on Facebook, Instagram, Behance, Dribbble, just wherever your portfolio is, and just show it off. So that's my first DailyUI, and I'll share the assets in the description below so you can use this sign up design or anything else to start off and get some inspiration on your designs.